That was
Because
she's got it.
Yeah. Nope, this is strategic planning.
Oh, I'll hang out once.
It's all right. All right, so Councilman Webster.
You're at the wrong meeting.
Councilman Webster informed me earlier today that he was delayed in some travel and was not going to make it back to this meeting, so he asked me to run the meeting this evening. So our goals for today, based off of our last meeting, are just to go through any final tweaks that we have to the document to send to planning next. I know Councilman Webster is still working on the cover letter that will need to be included, but we need to kind of get these tweaks to planning next so that they can finalize. And then at our July 5th, which will be a Wednesday meeting, we will have the final document, hopefully for review, to then send to all of council. So today I will go ahead and pull up both the most recent version as well as the comments.
The most recent version is the May draft.
It's the real pretty one with all the, yes, yes.
Yeah. I just
Share screen. Oh, share my screen in
want
general.
to make sure, because I looked for another one and I didn't see it.
I'll try to flip back and forth. Okay. So I believe, first, did everybody have a chance to read through the feedback that I had sent out on name changes, a couple recommendations for photos that we wanted to change out?
I thought they were good recommendations. Photos were much more appropriate.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I tried to, like.
Love the fire hose one. Are you sure you would do the donut one?
Hey, they're the ones that took the photos, so I figured we can make it kind of a collage, because I didn't want it just necessarily to be one specific department, when obviously all of our departments do different things in the public to show, it was for the caring city government one. And so I thought it was appropriate to kind of do more of a collage maybe on that one. Obviously, we'll leave that up to them if they think they can make it work. The one photo, I was trying to find photos of like our public works team, you know, on trash collection day. Somehow they evade the cameras. I'm sure that's not at all on purpose. So I did include though a photo of our employees. We did a Veterans Day lunch recently. We've been trying to get them together a couple of times a year as a group. And so I did have the photo of some of our veterans that was included. So with that, I guess I would just open it up. Was there other items that the committee noticed needed modified?
I have one thought.
Yeah.
On, this would be the cover.
Yes.
And this would be an inside sheet. I was wondering whether or not there would be a way to grab a photo on this side so that it would be 2 pages of the city. And maybe that's being nitpicky, but I just thought, well, we could show a good portion of the downtown if you had side by side.
Yeah. So I think,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The photo would be in, what, 16 inches.
Okay, so here's the cover. And then, sorry, I'm getting used to the little bit of lag. Then here would be the back of the cover, and then the letter is that next.
Oh, this is gonna go on the back of the cover.
Yes.
I got it, sorry.
Yeah, so you gotta pretend like
Forget
it's
my
a book that you're opening up. So I think because of the letter, we want it to be that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Got
Yep,
it. Yep, got it. This would be back in front. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I missed the cue on it.
no, you're fine.
When we do the final draft for final approval, could we do that booklet form? And
You
that
know
way-
what, let me look if I can change these settings.
Should be able to do it 2 pages.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think, like, when you're doing a design file like that, they have to configure it to display typically. Display, page display. Here we go. No, that's, helps if you click the right buttons, huh? So that doesn't quite show it. That's gonna be the back.
Side by side there.
So like here, you'll notice like the,
You just need to insert it.
yeah, but when they send it to us, I'll ask them to do it in print format. And then that way we can see how it will display. Okay,
Is the courthouse one changing?
yes, That was at least what I have.
The city one?
yes.
Okay.
And I know there was some discussion right before, I know a couple of people asked, you know, if we should still have somewhere in the document a copy of, or a picture of the courthouse, because it is part of the county, it's kind of iconic in downtown. So we can definitely share that with them and say, like, if you think there's a spot where it makes sense to include, it's not our highest priority, but if it makes sense, we'd be comfortable with it.
This page that has the introduction written on it, is that your next page there?
Introduction.
Or has that been eliminated?
Nope, so introduction will be there, so both of those, again, because the way it will display, those would actually be like a full, that 2-page photo layout.
This is this going together, right?
No, the courthouse photos would be
Do like
together,
this,
right,
like this.
It would be the city building.
so we'll switch it out for the city building as shown in the document. I think that was one of the ones I have listed. Yeah, change photo, page 6 and 7, change photo to the municipal building. So then, as we go to page 9, here, let me. Oh, I just asked that, I was making the recommendation that on this section, at the bottom where it says elected officials, it just says the final plan will be formally adopted by city council, who will have a central role in its implementation. I just recommended that the language be, the final plan will be formally adopted by city council and implemented in coordination with the administration.
What's that? Under elected-
That's page 9, yeah. On page 10,
Do you want that to say the final plan will be presented to city council for formal adoption?
and implemented in coordination with the administration.
In other words, this says the final plan will be formally adopted. Do you want to say the final plan will be presented for formal adoption, since it's not
Well, it
adopted?
will be adopted, but
Okay,
In other words,
You can say
well, it won't matter, because if
presented-
it's not adopted, it will never go to the public, so then it won't matter what it says.
Presented and adopted by city council. Whatever.
Okay, so you would like on
well,
the,
I'm just bringing that up, that it's just, it's up to you guys. You don't care.
yeah, unless anybody else feels strongly about it, I'd say we just leave it as recommended. On page 10, I just recommended that the language up top here be made a little bit smaller so that the graphic overall can be made a little bit larger. I just felt like some of the language was a little small.
Oh, okay, so you just want to shrink it?
Yeah, I just want this top text to be a little smaller so that the wording, these words get kind of small. A best in class city like that, just so I thought it'd be best to have that enlarged a little. The next item was on page 20.
Go back to that one a minute, though. So you want to shrink the language above community vision, correct?
Yes,
And then do you want, like, if you look at this printed version, I can't read the community vision stuff. Should that be stretched across the whole page?
well, that's what I'm asking. So
Okay.
make this language smaller so that these can be larger, so that they're better,
What,
you're able to read them.
what community vision, just make that the whole,
Yeah, I can make
Page
a
wide.
note of that on community vision.
and I just.
Make bubbles larger.
At least that bubble. Community government vision. Because that's something, if you don't have glasses, they're tough to read if people wear cheaters.
All right, so then I think it's page 20.
We're keeping the pictures there.
Yeah, let's go page at a time. Okay, let's just go one page at a time.
Now, if you guys do your homework, it makes life a lot easier.
there's no picture there.
Yeah.
Well, you had 2 weeks to review this and provide feedback so we could compile it. It just is a little frustrating.
You wanted to give feedback in advance.
That was what we had discussed. at
I
our
just
last
wanted to
meeting.
see if the pictures were still remaining the same, that's all.
Yep, so, yeah, these would all remain the same unless it's
Okay.
listed in the change.
Okay,
Nothing else would be changed. So this one,
So the next one's the room,
yep,
and that's the second room. Okay, and then page 14, they're all the same.
yep. Yep, 15's downtown.
Or do we need that graphic at the bottom? 14?
Well, I think the reason they did it is
Yeah,
primarily,
Yeah, they talked about that. Do we really need that? That's pretty. Nobody's gonna look at that, right?
well, I guess we could probably combine pages 14 and 15 I think they probably added that in there from filling space while recognizing that page 15 is kind of your introductory statement, but you don't fill a page with it. And you also don't have room really to fit it on these others without making the text too small. So it's probably more of a graphic design kind of flow of document item.
Is that picture, the next picture? It's not really that great a picture of anything.
This one?
No, the next page.
Before.
Well, so I
This one
did go,
before.
Community snapshot, is the page I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
go back.
yeah, I looked at kind of our
That picture is just kind of,
yeah, so what we
It's better
could,
than those pictures of those groups where the brick's all kind of crappy on the walls, but
Well,
this
but
one
that's,
at least looks like a nice picture.
that's designed that way. I
so
don't want to-
this one, we could, one of the thoughts I had is on East Sandusky, where the buildings have been painted with like a couple of different colors. I didn't have a photo of that in my repertoire, but we could go take one, and that might be a little more appealing because it has a little more color and graphical interest.
What if it was a word cloud of all the documents, pieces that were used for the community? In other words, that was where all those things went in. And it could be like a word cloud of whether it be the census, such and such report, or such and such, you know, just there's, I mean, so it wouldn't have to be a
Yeah.
picture. It could be a picture that's, it's just what it means. In other words, the picture could tell you what it was versus the paragraph.
Okay.
Don't do it without talking to everyone.
No,
I'm
I'll
just throwing an idea.
Well, I think on this, if you guys are okay with it, let's just, I'll give them a couple of notes of what we discussed and then kind of leave it to them as the experts on
What's anybody else think?
how to provide, to lay that out.
Are you talking about pictures of documents?
No, like a word cloud, you know how they do the word cloud where it's all different words all jumbled,
Yeah,
looking kind of graphic,
yeah,
artsy fartsy.
I guess I would prefer a different photograph of maybe downtown or something. I mean, that still says community, but this is
Yeah,
just.
I know we talked a
This
little
is the
bit.
back of a building and it's just kind of, that's
Yeah.
what.
What do you guys think of, the
Okay.
military memorial at Center Street? Like that mural?
I want something like downtown cartoons on there or something. It's a
Yeah, downtown.
ton of people that are doing the community snapshot. Have that community and buildings.
Tons of people.
Have some of the car shows right there.
I'm sure we can
I'm
get
sure
some.
it was Oktoberfest or something.
Yeah, I reached out to the Convention and Visitors Bureau for photos, so I can go back through and see if there's a couple of others that might work there. Okay,
Thank you.
that's page. Good. Got that noted. All right, community snapshot. Flip through these unless somebody else stop. Then it goes through the community engagement. Timeline.
We've got about 3 or 4 pictures like this of, I forget where that is.
Alexandria.
Alexander, yeah.
That one big one's in front.
Is there a way to substitute some, or I guess what they're trying to do is capture this process.
Yeah, but we could ask them, there's a couple other photos that are there, maybe enlarge one of those.
Or maybe a photo when they were at the university.
University or just something so they're not all that.
The same place.
Brick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they, yeah, when they were at the university.
They definitely took pictures of everything. I'm sure of that. This is an attractive one. See why they used it. It just looks.
Yeah, it's a pretty place. Tyler Mern looks good in one of them. You'll hate that. Like, let me blur your face out. All right. On this one, since the University of Findlay was a larger portion of the process, I felt like switching out
Where are you at?
on page 20.
Page 20.
So it's a, so I felt like switching that out for the University of Findlay photo.
What are you switching out?
The Blanchard Valley picture up here.
Oh, I didn't even see it. It didn't print.
Yeah, it doesn't print on black and white well. We can ask them to fade out the
Oh,
blue
I
a
see.
little more.
And the,
This color, they didn't print, I didn't even print the color.
and the
I mean,
second
it's on
bullet
there, but
point,
you can't see it.
low tax rate also
Yeah, I
is
never
used
noticed.
twice in there.
Yeah, no, she
Once
said,
is
yeah, it looks like a print
enough.
fade.
Second bullet point, major themes. Low tax rate is a draw to businesses and residents, but also is also.
Okay, good catch, but also.
Just give it a second also.
Yeah, that's the
You're
tax
just
rate
gonna
was in
do
there
away
twice,
with
so we're
second
looking
also.
at second. Yeah. Right, and
Just got us a little bit.
did anybody have any issues with switching the hospital photo to, university?
Is there photos in every one? Because none of them print.
What page are you on?
And
Yeah,
none,
on page 20.
No, I don't have any problem with that, switching it to the university.
and none of them print. And I did a color.
Yeah, I'm sure the printer probably just isn't
I
print
was gonna say,
resolution,
you-
but I'll
there's
ask them.
something
They don't
there,
print. They
but
definitely
it's
don't
not.
print.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't print out, yeah.
So they need to.
I'll ask if they'll like the transparency on the blue.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that if they actually send it to a print shop that has high quality print abilities, that will help.
So you're thinking all those banners
They
will
all
be
the
different,
banners have pictures.
All of them, yeah, they all have different photos.
and one will be the hospital.
No,
No, this one is the hospital, and I
Yeah.
think switching that out for the university, that photo that I sent out,
the next one is
just
the
makes more
university,
sense.
where they have the people working on stuff.
So you'll have two university pictures, correct?
Well, this one is the work session, actually, this is
Work
Kiwanis.
Oh, that's it, corner.
Okay,
Business survey is
business surveys, downtown businesses.
downtown.
So,
Last one, we gave me the draft plan.
Is a work group at a table.
Is that us?
Don Beck, Mary Beth, Dr. Somerville, Sarah Clevens. All right, and then this photo,
Oh,
I
hold on,
think, would-
on that, to that point, since we got real people in there, they need signed waivers for the print,
okay, I think
don't they?
we can
Keep
ask
up
them,
the
I think if you show up to a
I
public
don't know.
meeting, you kind of
Oh,
give
I,
up, but we can double check.
I don't know, I know.
So if we
I don't
do
know
it,
where
if
it is.
we do it like a shot of cartoons on Maine, would we need to identify all the people in that? and-
No, I'm asking the question, do they need to sign waivers based on the waiver use? If they're unpleasant or something, I'm just asking, find out.
I mean, I don't think it'd
Some of them might say, please don't use my picture, but
Yeah, but that's just like somebody taking a picture of the newspaper, your pictures in the newspaper. You didn't give them,
Football.
you didn't give them the authority. to-
hey, you're in the paper, hey, you're in the paper.
I think you're better off,
That'd be cool.
better
Alright.
off not to ask and plead ignorance. I do a lot.
Put that in minutes.
This meeting is being live streamed and recorded. All right, I think this 24 was one of the areas that I thought we could switch out. Actually, no, I went back and forth on this one because it wasn't my favorite, mainly because the power
Yeah,
line.
It's favorite.
Too much sidewall,
Why is this? Oh.
way too much sidewalk, it's 2/3 sidewalk.
So this is one that we can go take a photo more so like of the buildings. Unless somebody has a
Well,
specific.
it's
other-
all downtown and it's supposed to be a citywide plan, shouldn't we have other areas of the city, pictures,
So
east, west, north?
in the specific community, we do have a downtown historical home on the neighborhood. I forget which page it is.
You know, a lot of these are pictures of buildings, obviously from across the street or wherever. Sometimes you can take like that, you can take a close-up of some of the architectural
Architectural
details,
stuff.
you know, like the architectural detail there.
Yeah, the details.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of, here's other things. I guess, Jim, do you have a specific area in town that you think would be a good photo?
I mean, in these architectural, there's so many places downtown that you can do architectural pictures.
Did you say you have a park in here somewhere? You said you had the waterfall.
It wasn't in here. That was one that I was recommending that we send them to
Oh.
switch
I
out.
was just gonna
For a
say, because that would
potential-
give you another area as well.
Kids fishing. That's a good kid.
So this one is for safe community.
But, so of the, if we go back to that, so we got that one with the sidewalls, and the one after that, plan framework, and then we got a nice kids picture. So, yeah, that's even another reason, because you have two building faces in a row. I'm seeing it side by side.
So, yeah, these are gonna be side by side.
So that
like
would
an
be, so the
extension.
new, so,
That's actually one picture though.
Yeah, so it's like gonna be open up.
yeah, and that goes,
plan framework.
that goes what I was saying before, without seeing the full layout. Yeah, is that
Because that's that,
necessary?
So that's the whole side. of the
That would
street.
look better when we get them together, side by
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, I mean, until we see the photo, I don't think we can tell.
Well, just assume that it's a photo with one page and then another page and it's the same photo, that it's an extension.
Makes more sense.
So,
Did they come and take pictures?
no, we've provided all these photos to them. I have like a big archive of just a bunch of random photos we've collected over the years. I reached out to Convention Visitors Bureau for like community event photos and things like that. So if there are specific things, we can also, like, I know Dave Moreau helps frequently, like, go take photos of different things if there's something specific. On one of them, let's look at my notes here, because I did have so I'm trying to change that out on 29. Instead of, I guess it'd be 28. Instead of this photo, instead of just a building, putting the, either the water tower or the airport photo. Kind of trying to,
Water tower, connections.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
It's a positive. Do we have anything else that, do we have anything else that features that tower? That we do regularly in our public, yeah, in our publications? Because it's great, no, it's great that it's, well, it's great that it's gonna be in there, I guess I'm asking, because, yeah, it is something that we don't capitalize on.
no,
right?
no, I'm trying to think if I've included it in the budget in brief in years past. I know I've done that downtown Veterans mural a couple of times on the back cover. But no, I think that that's, you know, a good photo for us to use in an annual report moving forward. Because we have started to try to get all of our departments to use a uniform annual report format so that we can start slowly compiling them. Because right now we just have, each department has their own annual report on their website. We would like to start compiling them into one annual report.
They should fire it, pelling down.
Go. This photo, I recommended we switch out for something. The caring community, so like the collage of photos.
So you would use all these photos,
Um,
which would be neat, yeah, they should overlap them or make them look.
yeah, I kind of figured I trust their
Modern.
judgment, how many they can kind of fit in there. Obviously, there's a couple of police, a couple of fire, so maybe we don't need two of police and two of fire, but doing a kind of compilation.
They're gone.
Do we have a picture of the cube with the kids out there playing?
Yeah, we probably have some Miracle Field photos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That would maybe be a good one for community. Let's see what page was that, 20.
It would kind of depict, you know, an all-inclusive type thing, and children. And
Maybe. The plan framework is probably my least favorite photo. I kept coming back to that one, but I couldn't figure out exactly what to replace it with. So maybe that one would be a good spot to put.
So the caring government is beside the new collage photo. No, that's the pictures first, then the words caring government
Yes.
second. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next two pages are beer, thriving business.
Go rally in the alley. Right, 25. Miracle. I'll see if I can. Slash.
Yeah,
Okay.
the single house to me would be neat if it was a strip of Victorian houses rather than just one house.
I think it's awesome. That
It's
is
a beautiful.
That is a pop.
Well, it's a beautiful picture, but
Yeah.
it's just a house. It's not an attractive place, that's an attractive home. And that's my point, it's singular. when our thing is, we want the community to be attractive. The neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time on the word attractive, is that what you call it?
Historic downtown, all right, we'll try to get, all right, not historic downtown, historic homes.
Well, we've got some beautiful new subdivisions. We can take a picture of the subdivisions, strip. Beautiful.
Now, this photo, page 36, recommended switching it out with the Visit Finley balloon. Hot air balloon photo.
That was that one.
Good idea.
That's the thing that goes with it. Yeah.
It's got a lot of color.
Do you have one with more people in it, in front?
Well, the only problem was, it was dated, like, kind of.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah, yeah, so I'll see, I'm sure I can get a hold of the Balloon Fest committee. They might have some other photos, this was just one of the ones that Convention of Visitors Bureau had. So let me- Page 6,
The thriving business environment. Well, where's the airport one? Where do you want that one, the airplane?
that would go with, city government
Okay.
one.
Gotcha.
Uh,
No, I got you, I was just asking.
Yeah, page 29. Well, we're not gonna use the airport one. The-
Okay.
Which I guess my only
That's-
thought was, how is that laid out? Is that a full page one?
The picture of the park goes with the connected
Okay, that'll be
city.
fun. Yes. Do you want the airport photo for that instead?
No, that's for there, but that's a beautiful picture. Is it in the right spot? That's my question.
I'm sorry, which one?
Park. And that says that represents the connected city.
Show me a new color, because it looks like,
Lots of dirt.
Got too many
doesn't look,
documents.
it's not attractive.
You know what you can do, Christina, after the first page, insert one page, just insert blank page.
I don't have that ability on my PDF, or my Adobe. I don't have the fancy version.
Oh, you copy, okay? Because then we can see it side by side. That's a beautiful, beautiful picture. Whoever took that.
Yeah, so we do have one that.
It doesn't, because I want to keep it, but doesn't go with the next, this question for the group. I'm not saying take it out, I'm saying.
I do, like, I think when you read this first sentence, well-maintained, safe streets and a range of mobility options help connect communities. So I do think that kind of plays, right? Because it's a path, it's recreation. I don't like it.
Where does the picture go with the airplane at the airport?
So that one currently won't be used
Well,
because we could switch that one out for the plant framework photo with that downtown. With that,
Probably.
What's that got to do with it?
it's implementation, it's government, it's operations.
How about the economic development, thriving business environment? Do more than, if you're gonna do one collage, do two for balance in the book. You can do a business collage, with that, with the beer, and that way the emphasis is on beer. As a suggestion again for the group to discuss,
Thoughts?
because the next slide is the thriving business environment.
Right.
I mean, that's a great local success story, but it's a local success story, and if you're outside the local, you look at that, you can get what we were saying.
I mean, I'm just speaking off the top of my head, but I like the airport picture. I thought it communicated a lot. You know, the airport's big enough to accommodate decent sized planes.
And that's Corporate Jet there, right?
Yeah.
You can get jets in that picture.
But we're much more than just Marathon.
Yeah, but. yeah, it's-
And a lot of people think that the airport is Marathon's airport. So I would like to educate people that that is not the case.
We don't want to reinforce that.
Better branding, which we did put some new signage up, so that should help. Okay, so potential collage, thoughts on that? For a thriving business environment?
Yeah, my thought was if you're flipping through the book and there's one collage, that might look awkward. Couple
I mean,
things.
I think you have to be careful picking
Yeah.
who you're gonna put on this collage, so you don't, then somebody thinks, you know, you can't just put all the big dogs on it.
Or like a city planning, just graphical stuff. Have them work on it, see what they can. That's what we pay for. If they like the collage.
So what's your thoughts on that?
The collage idea. Have to see it first, I mean, I think, I'm okay with it. Getting more pictures on it.
No, you were talking about worried about who you picked, I guess.
Oh, you mean as far as that,
Yeah.
I mean, well, you don't want just, like you said, we're more than just marathon. You don't want just all the big dogs on there, you want some of the small success.
It's a good mix.
Well, I was thinking that'd be a good place for Pizza's, yeah, and I didn't know if that qualified as a big dog to you, like, because it's a well-known name.
Pieces.
Dietz's.
Well, that be, still, that would be a.
Or if you
smaller
were talking
success
big
rate.
dog of
No,
marathon,
I'm
food, right?
talking about
Wasn't,
huge industry.
so I was trying to figure out exactly what you,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, if you were gonna do a collage, to me, that's a, I don't know, it's kind of Finland.
Community stable.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
Switch out that from. This is where we could, because we do have that municipal photo now in there twice. Let's see, so that one was.
Probably enough.
where-
I like that picture a lot better than the corner one that we saw before, it's just my opinion.
Because.
You want that full front on of
Right, it'll
the,
be back,
Okay,
to back,
so-
it'll be back to back like this, you'll see the whole building.
Yeah, you'll see the whole building.
I like
So
but I
that's
still
what you
like
put
that better
together.
than that other
I
one
do
that you
too.
saw, I didn't like that corner shot.
I would agree.
Corner of the municipal building.
Yeah, it's, I think you said you were gonna take it out, but it was in there.
This
That
one.
one.
Yeah.
So that'll replace with the veteran.
Yeah, because I would
Water
rather
tower.
see, if we're gonna see that City of Findlay logo there somewhere in the document, I prefer the front on.
Yeah.
Instead of like that.
Do
was
we
all I'm
like?
saying.
Okay, and the municipal building shot was going to be here as well. So that's two spots where it's a two-page municipal building. Is there one of those spots that maybe the airport photo would fit better? Because implementation, we're taking off into our
I think you
implementation.
need a different airport photo. I think you need one facility rather than just like you have that with some facilities. I don't think that on a double page is going to be as attractive.
I guess I would like to see this up front. Up front, instead of at the end of the book.
So switch out the implementation page photo.
Those, yeah, that photo there.
Implementation. Change out. See if my drive is working now. Stop this real quick, first, and I'll look at yourselves for a moment. See if I can, no, it's throwing a fit. Unavailable. Why is it unavailable? I won't try to mess with it. I do have a couple of other airport photos. Let's see if that will work.
And then you mentioned the facility at the airport, not the hangar. But I've never thought that building was very impressive. That's what you're thinking.
The new one looks neat. You know, the way they cleaned it up, dressed up, landscaped it.
I haven't been out there.
Yeah, I went out here, went up to the open house.
So this, we do have,
With the new intersection. Yeah, it does, from a distance, it looks a lot slicker than it used
I'll
to.
have to go out and take a look.
yeah, we have a couple of
Thanks for
photos that
right
are,
around.
New intersection.
I'll look through. We do have a couple of other airport photos. This one's not great. There's a new one though that does show a cool aerial of the photo. Okay. So we'll get rid of this implementation page photo and look at maybe an airport photo there. That's all she wrote.
How soon before the next meeting can we get something back? Do we have time to really see it? Like you were commenting earlier, I saw this stuff, but when we got this, I thought we were doing it early so that they can get it, put it in first and then go, understanding what we did here today is good. But I'd like to get it way before, and that way, if there's any significant changes, they can get it done again for the meeting. Like Bryce says, oh, it just doesn't look right. You can adjust it and you can see it, but a final order.
Yeah, I think, based off of these shouldn't be anything super significant, so I will try to get them the feedback here today. And hopefully they would have a draft back to us by Friday. And then get it out to everybody to provide feedback back to the group, and we probably just want to be considerate that they may have stuff going on around the holiday, so we would want to get feedback to them if there's anything significant sooner rather than later, so that we have it back. Probably before. So if we get it to them, hopefully get something by the end of this week, I would say we would need to let them know by next Wednesday if there's any other significant changes, so that they're not having to try to do it over the holiday and we have it for the 5th, just in case.
You'll be able to get pictures that.
I will try. I might
Well,
have
that's
to
what
go
I'm saying,
take,
you know,
I might have to go take some photos.
Well, if you get bumped to one meeting, I don't think it's gonna hurt you, but the idea is that the graphics are
Yeah.
really huge in this.
No, I'll go through, I think, most of these are probably ones that we can pull or get taken easily this week, not a problem. Should be good.
When you're streaming, does the public see that or do
Yeah.
they see us?
They're seeing both right now.
Okay.
So like, here's what they're seeing.
Thank
And you can see our little photo up in the top corner.
You always-
Good thing you didn't swear as much as you normally do, Dennis. Jeez.
That's funny.
All right. So any other comments, feedback? Making progress, team. I appreciate it. Okay, so with that, I'm not used to doing this. So that's not the right thing.
Make a motion, that these draft changes for our meeting recorded today be forwarded to planning next, with the intention of providing us a draft at least a week before our next meeting.
Our next meeting is on the 4th of July.
But yeah.
June 5th.
But, and if we got a meeting, I don't think that's a big deal. But we gotta give us time to look at it and really, and especially since this is so important.
I'll second that.
All right, I'm writing this up and then hopefully you guys will be okay with what I wrote up. All right, so we recommend that the changes discussed today be forwarded to planning next to incorporate into an updated version, and that a new draft be provided to the committee by,
Just put a week before our next meeting. Doesn't matter, it can be date. Arbitrary.
That's what she wrote.
approximately, right, June 8th, 2023. Guys good with that? We recommend that the changes discussed today be forwarded to planning next to incorporate into an updated version, and that a new draft be provided to the committee by by approximately June 28th, 2023.
In brochure format. Yeah.
Layout. Okay. Jim, were you good with motioning?
Yeah, Randy's good with it.
All right, and Randy, second. I will let everybody mark that down. I will submit our committee report. New items adjourned, something like that. All looks good. All right, thanks, crew. At this time, the meeting is adjourned at 4:41 PM.
Good, thank you very much.
So.
You were going to-
All right.